Good day, viewers. You're welcome to the first edition of the Lagos Anglican Schools Management Board Annual Retreat and Festival. I am Olabimpe Ogunremi. These are the headlines. CMS holds LASMAB Retreat and Festival. Great dignitaries and school principals attend LASMAB retreats. Seminar and training kickstarts in earnest. Non-teaching staff members resume. On sport, activities begin. LAX wins double in the variety night. Participants charged to put in their best at the closing ceremony of the retreat. Now the news in details. CMS hosts LASMAB Staff Annual Retreat and Festival. CMS Grammar School Bariga hosts staff members at this year's LASMAB Retreat and Festival. The program started with the arrival and registration of different schools. Holy Communion service was held immediately, and the speaker, Reverend Colonel Bamidele Adeshino Oshiyomi, charged all present to do everything to be better for the growth of the schools, and in return encouraged a better academic performance in the students.
Be blessed and rewarded by God, not services that is characterized with lip service, eye service, mouth service, and one that is polluted with selfish motive or what we intend to gain. Ask your neighbor, what type of service are you rendering in your school?
Also, to celebrate day one of the program, some highly placed and noble dignitaries who attended the seminar include the ebullient and indefatigable Bishop, Right Reverend Olushola Odedeji, Bishop, Diocese of Lagos West, the Honorable Commissioner of Education, Lagos State, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, and the LASMAB Chairman, Mrs. Adenike Okudo. The Commissioner, in her remarks, celebrated teachers and charged that all present must aim at becoming better in all they do and also serve as local parentage to these students.
We are living in really perilous times when people do not know right from wrong. And I hope that you are ready and willing to bring up these children to know right from wrong, which is the culture we are trying to build in Lagos State. It's a difficult place to work in government after having worked in private service. In private service, you can go to somewhere and say, what is this? Prepare it tomorrow. In government, 9 months later, you will see it there. Then you say, what happened? And with no submission. After submission, we send to officer this, officer that, then to director, then to PS, then PS to commissioner, commissioner to governor, governor to so. By the time it comes back and you pay for this thing, the whole that was like this is now. So you will write the thing again, because by then what you have estimated will repair that little room. It's not enough to repair what you see when you get there.
Also, in his charge, Bishop, Diocese of Lagos West, Right Reverend Olushola Odedeji, started that teaching is the noble profession that exists, and he employs all the teachers to give in their hearts to their works in order to become better.
To make greater impacts, you must do extra work, go extra mile. The difference between an achiever and a failure is the product of extra time of study. Like Mommy said, children of today are more intelligent, more eloquent, and more standard, if you put it that way. And you cannot enter into a classroom and you are equally limited, and you have children who are more vast in the subjects you teach. The way these children are going, we must also improve ourselves. I put it here, improve yourself. Life is dynamic. It waits for no one. Invest your time, energy, to do what is profitable.
The retreat did not only have in attendance the teaching staff members of the different schools, but also the principals of the schools, and they were interviewed. Good day, sir.
Good day.
It's really nice having a word or two with you.
It's a pleasure as well.
Yes, as we can see, this year's seminar has been so wonderful since yesterday we started. We really want to hear from you, your high points so far.
Well, going by the seminar, with the events and happenings as at yesterday, I want to say the seminar is first of its kind, because if you were to look at the well packaged topics, coupled with the hospitality being given to the participants, I think it's overwhelming.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
What are your expectations?
Well, my expectations are at the end of the seminar, the teachers that participated in the program, I don't want them to remain the same. I want a situation whereby they will make use of the topics taught and then make use of it in their various classrooms. And aside that, I want a situation whereby they will have a kind of positive influence when we talk of the meeting the outside world, especially as it has to do with the theme of the seminar.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time.
It's my pleasure.
God bless you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
We really want to hear from you your expectations as far as this retreat is concerned.
We bless God for this year retreat. This is my first time of attending LASMAB retreat. And by God's grace, with what I've seen so far, this is a well-planned program. And I commend the effort of the ES and all the organizing committee and the members, as many that have put their resources together to organize this seminar. It has been a wonderful experience.
Okay, are there gray areas you think can be, adjusted, or something can be done for a better one next year?
Well, learning is continuous. We keep learning. Areas of improvement will be that we go more technological, that by God will make use of our ICT, so that what we say, we practice. But so far, the seminars have been wonderful. No dull moment. Everybody concentrates, and it has been a rewarding exercise. So coming here by God's grace, I'm blessed and fulfilled.
So we really want to hear from you, your high points so far since we started yesterday.
Thank you very much. This has been a wonderful outing. Kudos to CMS Grammar School. We can only get the best from CMS Grammar School, being the first secondary school in Nigeria. The theme for this year, which is making greater impact in LASMAB schools, has been a very good one. Since yesterday, when we came in, we've been having lots of fun. Everything has been set to welcome schools, and we're very happy that the management of the school has really done well. In terms of preparation, in terms of logistics, in terms of general welfare of staff, everything is in good order. I give them that kudos.
Thank you, Ma. We want to hear again your take so far as regards service delivery at the end of the seminar.
In terms of resource persons, fantastic people. Choice of a topic, I would say, is timely and most welcome. All that has been happening in the school, to the glory of God, has been nice, fantastic, wonderful. You could feel the pulse of the teachers that they are very happy, especially at a time like this when we need people to talk to us on education, what it takes to have a branded school, what we take to have the best school, what you take to market your school, because we are in a competitive market.
We really want to commend you for the nice show you put on during the LASMAB retreat as the former host. It was really nice, and we really commend you for that. We just quickly want to know, as regards this year's retreat, what we'd like to know your expectations.
Oh, well, one, we want to return all the glory to the Almighty God. As you are all seeing, we are in the first secondary school in Nigeria, CMS Grammar School. Of course, be that is made, both CMS, Babington Macaulay Junior Seminary, where we come from, and by divine provision, by divine permission as the principal of the school, we are all under the Lagos Anglican Schools Management Board. We are all working together, partnering to make things work under the LASMAB. I want to say that, yes, CMS Grammar School, they have really, it started well since yesterday. It has been fun. Lectures, environment, facilities, accommodation, and all that is commendable.
Oh, thank you, sir. Okay, we also want to know the gray areas you like the new one the principal posted this year's on to work on.
Well, the room for improvement is usually very wide. And I always tell people there is no perfect system. There is no amount of effort you put in place. There will be one or two areas to always address, to improve upon. There are so many areas that we have noticed that there is need for us to work on all those areas. And as leadership of the Anglican school, at our own end, these are things we may not even want to say now, but at our own end, we will sit back, especially in the area of feeding. We still have a lot of adjustment to do, especially the facility, the hall. We still need, the hall should be bigger than that because we need our participants to be more comfortable. If you compare notes, where you have a bigger hall at Babington Macaulay Junior Seminary, and then compare that with that of CMS Grammar School, you discover that there is no provision for writing table in front of the participant, and that is because the hall is not big enough. We don't have that luxury of space, but I believe strongly with things working in the nearest future, CMS Grammar School, we also have a bigger hall that can accommodate participants like that. But for me, as far as I'm concerned, the facilities are still okay. We only need to improve on some of those areas.
We will quickly want to hear from you your expectations from this year's retreat, sir.
Well, the retreat itself is for an avenue for all our staff from different schools to come together once in a year to review what has been done at the end of each session, as well as an opportunity for us to give thanks to God for His faithfulness as we look forward to strategizing on what to do to prepare ourselves for another session. And it's also an avenue for our staff to learn and relearn. It's also an opportunity for staff to network, meet new friends, and know what is happening in other schools, so that as a family in the Lagos Anglican schools, from across schools, we can always harness our diversities, and so that we can make improvement in what we do.
Thank you, sir. Then we want to know how you intend to sustain the standard.
Yes, that's the vision given to us, that we must always improve. We must always look at what has been done, not only in terms of retreat, but in every aspect of our activities in the Anglican schools. We are known for excellence, and the vision says we must strive towards excellence. So it therefore becomes very necessary for us to always learn and relearn, review what we have done, and seek for identify the various gaps, as well as opportunity to improve and leverage on those shortcomings so that we can also do better.
Thank you very much. And okay, having said that, we also want to know your take as regards this program or the retreat we've been having in terms of the service delivery in the development of our schools.
The program, as you can see or you are aware, is a complete package. The retreat is an avenue. So when you call it a retreat, yes, it's a retreat indeed, because it's an avenue for us to study more about God, to pray together, so that because we know that except the Lord build, those who labor, they labor but in vain. And that's why we know that no matter what we do, is God, and and that's why it's a retreat. And when you say it's a training program, yes, you are not also wrong, because we always bring resource persons, facilitators, both from the public sector as well as the private sector in education, and professionals to come and give us the latest trend in education and areas where we can always improve. And of course, it's also a festival, because it's also social activities, interaction, which is one of those things that the vision given to us by our proprietors, so that avenue for our staff to come together once in a year to, in a relaxed atmosphere in the evening, socializing, enjoying themselves, have fun, and so that they can also be happy. And that's why you notice that this year, for instance, we've also incorporated other things such as health, not just giving health talk, but we've also brought in professionals who are able to conduct basic tests on the physical fitness and in terms of health condition of staff. And of course, we know that we also do a lot of physical activities on the field so that our staff can be physically fit. And it is because we believe that it is when you are physically fit that you can also be able to make meaningful impact, which is the theme for this year's conference, which is making greater impact in Lagos Anglican schools.
Welcome back. Seminar and training key starts in earnest. In a way to kickstart the retreat, seminar and training started in earnest. The training began with the resource person, Mr. Sholaja Kolawole Olufemi, the Director of Program, Public Service Staff Development Center, PSSDC, Lagos State. This was followed by another scintillating training by our own Executive Secretary, Venerable Victor Olusa, who spoke extensively on the LASMAB's core values and how these can be brought to the fore in achieving academic excellence in all our schools. Simultaneously, Mrs. Adedoyin Adeshina, the CEO Trust Council, emphasized on building up an efficient emotional intelligence that will foster an efficient teaching and learning process. On Tuesday, several great sections were held, among which were Child Protection and Safety Policy of LASMAB by Venerable Victor Olusa. He reminded the staff members of the policy of child protection and safety guiding the organization and urged them to be vigilant and watched over children placed in their care.
So in the situation we are, as we parents do the job of parenting for the students, we also find a way of also do parenting for the parents. Because that is the situation we find ourselves today. So our job is becoming more and more complex and difficult. So for us as an organization, we are to ensure that everyone understands their roles and responsibilities in respect of safeguarding and is provided with appropriate learning opportunity to recognize, identify and respond to signs of abuse, neglect and other safeguarding concerns relating to children and young people. We must ensure that confidential, detailed and accurate record of all safeguarding concerns are maintained and secured properly in all our schools.
On Wednesday, the day started with the usual morning exercise and devotion, after which the untiring former principal of Lagos Anglican Girls Grammar School spoke extensively on relationships and setting boundaries with students. And on sports activities started fully immediately after the lectures and seminars. All the participants adorned sportwears and came out emus to participate in different sporting activities. There were football matches, table tennis, tug of wars, and many more. Non-teaching staff resumed. The non-teaching staff of LASMAB schools resumed into the camp on Tuesday, 2nd of August 2022. Lads win double in the variety night. Lagos Anglican Girls Grammar School Surulere emerged first position in contemporary singing and cultural gospel segment of the variety night, while the host CMS Grammar School emerged the first runner-up in the contemporary segment of the variety night. The night was filled with lots of fun, dancing and singing, and the height of the night was the crowning of the LASMAB Teacher of the Year, which was won by Mr. Akinwale Mayowa of CMS Grammar School, Bariga. On behalf of the media unit of Grammar School, CMS, we congratulate him on his victory. Participants charged to put in their best at the closing ceremony of the retreat. On Thursday, 4th of August 2022, the closing ceremony was held at the Venerable Adelaja Hall of the school with the presence of the Bishop, Diocese of Lagos West, Right Reverend Olushola Odedeji, Chairman LASMAB, Mrs. Adenike Okudo, the preacher, Venerable Kolawole Arire of Bola Memorial Anglican Church, charged participants to put in their best at their various schools in preparation for the new session. 10 years and 20 years long service award were given to deserving participants, and the retired staff members were also celebrated. That's all for this episode. We welcome you once again to CMS Grammar School. We are simply the first and the best. I remain Olabimpe Ogunremi. Thanks for watching.